guys, it's Jacob from StringBuzz here, stringbuzzworld.org being the music journalism site. Links are in the description down below, and we have a brand new song review for you today, and it's the latest track by Denzel featuring Nell and 12lin. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, and it's Goodnight. So I'm going to refer to the original article as I usually do for these videos, so I hope you enjoy. Now, going into this track, I can't say I've heard all too much by any of the artists involved in this track. Although Denzel is quickly becoming a main stage name in rap, only a couple of his tracks have really hit the airwaves over here in the UK, so I've never really been exposed to his music. However, the music video to this track has just recently dropped, so shall we see what I thought of it? Well, I thought it was fairly decent, and I think each feature added a lot into this track. Nothing felt tagged on or shoehorned in, which is always a refreshing change, especially when you have two features on a track. I thought Denzel sounded strong despite being a little over monosyllabic in some parts. I thought Nell's verse actually added a lot into this track, and I liked the gritty force which he injected into his section. I thought he changed things up a little bit, and I enjoyed that. And I also thought 12lin showcased a clean pair of pipes, knocking out the hook really well. The song is a little repetitive though, and it doesn't really develop instrumentally, and I didn't think it was going to, but at least vocally the song didn't explore new pastures, so I guess the song is vocally better than it is instrumentally. Production wise, it's kind of a strange one because the beat is a little cleaner and poppier than your average trap beat, but only in some aspects. It's quite a tricky one to really summarize. I think the kick showcased a lot of depth, adding some gusto basically into that low end. I thought the cymbals were a little tinny for me, but they did the job functionally. I thought the bass musicality wise was a little bit wasted, but I guess it did cover the areas in the stereo field where it needed to, so I think production wise it kind of did its job. I just felt that the transitions of the track were the real issue for me, as they were so smooth and gated and just overdone, overproduced, that it was sort of reduced from the power from these big transitions, especially going into the chorus. The sampled, manipulated, or rather pitch manipulated vocals are okay, but they do get a little irritating towards the end of the track. And all in all, it's just a decent production cycle, but I'm not going to really write home about it. When it comes to the musicality of this track, I think the performances outweigh the instrumentals. Don't get me wrong, I like the beat, but it was very static and it didn't really have a memorable quality to it like many of the other rap tracks which have been released thus far this month. The bass lines were a little bit safe, the samples were a little bit repetitive, and the backing track in general just wasn't my cup of tea. Denzel, however, has a very strong performance, dramatizing each lyric very well and sounding typically stylistic, just like his past few outings. Nell changes things up a little bit, as I've already said, and his verse has to be my favorite from the track, as he sounds a little bit more controlled and a little bit more focused than Denzel. As I've already said, 12lin puts in a good vocal performance, and I actually would have liked to have heard more because I didn't really get to hear all too much from him. So lyrically, I'll move straight onto the lyrics, I won't cut this up anymore. Lyrically, the track is okay, but it didn't really wow me at any points because there weren't really any lines that really remained sort of implanted within my head after listening to it, and it was more of a functional job rather than a memorable one. So all in all, a decent track that fans will enjoy and casual listeners will probably feel indifferent towards, like myself. So I gave it a G rating of 6 out of 10, which is above average still. So if you like this video, then please leave a like, subscribe to see more, and I'll see you around next time. Bye bye.